UConn's basketball team opens 2024-25 season with high expectations and an air of excitement. Stars. Game 1 of Season 40 for Gino Auriemma and UConn women's basketball begins Thursday night when the two Huskies host Boston University in Hartford at 7 p.m. When asked how he was feeling ahead of the season opener, Auriemma paused. All the change and newness of an approaching season has settled in. His team looks different than the one that reached the Final Four 7 months ago. New faces, new roles. A reality of not quite starting from scratch, but also not picking up exactly where they left off either. I guess excited, Auriemma told reporters Wednesday afternoon before the team's practice at Werth Champions Center. There's always an air of excitement before your first game. You just never know what you're going to get. It's especially true when you have a lot of question marks that haven't been answered yet. So I'm anxious to see. Unlike everybody else, probably, I'm anxious to see what it looks like. The Huskies begin the 2024-25 season with high expectations. Paige Bueckers is back for her 5th and final season. The Huskies once again signed the top high school recruit and brought in a highly touted graduate transfer. Azzi Fudd is expected back from injury better than before. And UConn is again ranked among the best teams in the country to start the year. And on Thursday, for the first time since New Year's Eve last year, 312 days to be exact, the Huskies will have 10 available players. Auriemma told media Wednesday he expects both sophomore KK Arnold and freshman Morgan Chelly to be ready to go against the Terriers. Arnold sat out Sunday's exhibition for precaution after recovering from a recent foot injury. Chelly also sat out the preseason game due to an ongoing hamstring injury. We'll actually have 10 players suited up that can play in the game and want to play in the game, Auriemma said. That's always a big thing. They can play in the game, and they really want to play in this game. So I'm excited to see what that looks like when you look down the bench, and you see guys look really anxious to get in, and you have options. After starting 33 of 39 games last season, Arnold adds depth off the bench in the point guard position behind graduate transfer Caitlin Chen. Chelly makes her collegiate debut Thursday and will be an immediate offensive boost as she's able to contribute from anywhere on the floor. When she's on the court, she's a difference maker. She makes plays. She makes things happen, Auriemma said. There's never been a time when we've had her on the court where we haven't benefited from her being on the floor. So the more that we can have her out there, the more she gets acclimated to all this. She feels a lot of roles because she's bigger than most guards. She handles the ball like a guard. She wants to play in the lane a lot like a forward. Freshmen Ali Zebel and Sarah Strong will also make their official UConn debuts Thursday alongside redshirt freshmen Jana El Alfi and Chen. I mean, can't even express this, said El Alfi, who enrolled early in January 2023 but missed last season, her true rookie year, with an Achilles injury. I've been here for the longest time, and finally being able to play and be out there. It's just different feeling. It's been amazing. Arnold and Chelly's return leaves Azzi Fudd, knee, Aubrey Griffin, ACL, Ayanna Patterson, shoulder, and Caroline Dutcharm, head/neck, still on the sideline. Fudd, Griffin, and Dutcharm are all on the tail ends of their individual recoveries from injuries suffered last season. Meanwhile, Patterson injured her shoulder in October and is expected back soon, according to Auriemma. After 3 straight seasons hindered by injuries, health remains the Huskies' biggest obstacle in 2024-25. 6 Huskies suffered season-ending injuries last year as the team balanced a rotation of just 8 throughout the NCAA tournament. Auriemma and his staff are working with the best, most advanced resources in injury prevention. Yet they understand it's impossible to fully prevent all injuries from happening. Knowing just how much talent he'll have once Fudd, Griffin, Dutcharm, and Patterson get healthy excites the Hall of Fame coach. The three guards all have chemistry playing together and with Bookers, while Patterson will be a critical addition to the front court depth. Whatever you see out there now, it's going to look a lot different, Auriemma said. And I'm excited to see what it would look like when we have the ability to just plug in people as we see fit. While it's early and the team has yet to play a competitive matchup, Auriemma believes his team's strengths this season will be on the offensive end. Zeebel and Strong have already proven themselves as score-first players, while Booker's new assertiveness creates even more opportunities. Auriemma's biggest concern, however, is the fact that the majority of his team is so young and inexperienced. With certain lineups, I think we can play a little more aggressively, knowing that we have some reinforcements on the bench. But I know we got to get tougher, he said. We have to get physically and mentally tougher. Over the course of this month, hopefully, there'll be great successes, and there'll be confidence builders. Hopefully there'll be some slap-in-the-face kind of moments that will wake them up to this is what college basketball is. And that we come out of it at the end of the month feeling pretty good about ourselves. That's the best we can hope for. As for now, the Huskies will continue to rely on Bookers to set the tone. Not only is the 2021 National Player of the Year creating for herself more than ever before, but she's taking charge in helping the players around her also get better. A trait that shows Auriemma his star is only getting better. She's making a tremendous effort to force the action on every play, Auriemma said. She actually is showing some of the players' little attentions to detail. That, to me, that's the greatest thing that a really good player can finally embrace. The little details that go into taking you from one level to another. That you get to a certain point on your talent. You get to a certain point on your ability to do things. And then all of a sudden, when you realize there's little nuances, that if you take care of those things, then you really elevate your game. And I think she's making an effort to do that.